Hey friends, welcome to the Johnson City Living Podcast, where we learn about the people, places, events, and flavors that make Johnson City just a lovely place to live. I'm your host, Colin Johnson, with the Colin and Carly Group and Keller Williams Realty. If you're interested in buying or selling a home in the area, or if you're looking at investing in a rental property, give us a call at 423-930-8003, and we will look forward to helping you. Now, let's get to today's episode. Today, we are sitting down with one of the area's youngest entrepreneurs who's already making a big impact in the marketing world. Wow, I'm excited. You guys should be excited if you're listening. At just 19 years old, Ella Stidham has built her own marketing business, Create with Cove, and works with clients ranging from entrepreneurs and pop-up shops all the way up to massive companies generating over $65 million in revenue. What makes Ella's story even more impressive is that her journey started right here in the Tri-Cities through a local school program that introduced her to marketing. Welcome to the podcast, Miss Ella. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me. It's nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to learn all about your story. So first things first, Johnson City Living Podcast. What do you love most about Johnson City? And you can't say people or mountains, because we go to that a lot.
I just love East Tennessee. Everybody wants to run away. Everybody says, I want to get out of here once I graduate. I want to go to college somewhere far away, or when I get married, I want to leave. But I just I've never felt that way. I've always wanted to stay.
Yeah,
I
I
just love
think
it.
a lot of people have it wrong, or they're just like, I got to scratch an itch and go somewhere. Like our 23-year-old son went to the beach. He's living in Charleston, which I love, and he loves it down there. I think he may come back. We'll see one day. But because the mountains they're calling, right? And they're calling lots of people to move here, because we got people moving here like crazy. Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection to the Tri-Cities. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Kingsport, so not exactly Johnson City. I do live in Johnson City now, but I am a Kingsport girl.
It takes some people a little while to figure it out.
It does.
I'm kidding. Kingsport's great. I love Kingsport. It's great, and Bristol's great too. So.
Yeah, the Tri-Cities. It's all, they all kind of have their own vibe. So
really,
they're all great in their own ways.
Yeah, they do for sure.
I'm 19 years old. I'll be 20 soon, but I have my own marketing business, Create with Cove. I am doing marketing for businesses that are super small, businesses that I think are pretty big, maybe not huge, but just a wide range, because really every business needs marketing. Some people think it's a thing for just large businesses, but it's really for everyone.
Yeah, it really is. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Dobbins Bennett.
Okay. And then are you in college as well?
I'm not. I was in college. I started my freshman year at UT.
Okay.
I liked...
Go Vols. That's where I went to school.
Yes, go Vols for sure. I liked the school.
Yeah.
Not a fan of Knoxville. Not a fan of being far away. Not even that far, but even 2 hours was too much for me. So I transferred back to ETSU.
Okay.
And then I started getting more business opportunities. I kind of realized I really am going to school for what I'm already doing. And then I decided to leave school to pursue my business full time. So
okay. Now, are your parents entrepreneurs? Is that where you got this prowess to be an entrepreneur?
I don't really know how that even happened, but honestly, my boss at Everything Closets, Jeff, he has really been like a big supporter for me. He's really pushed me to pursue this. I mean, my parents have too, but he's definitely tried to mentor me, kind of just become a guide. But my parents at first were a little bit skeptical of me leaving school. Any parent would be. I would be too if I was a parent. It's like a big leap, but they've become really supportive. So
that's cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And we had Jeff and what's the other lady's name on our podcast? Alex on the podcast about a month ago, and they were so sweet.
Yeah.
And they're doing a ton of business.
Yeah, they are.
What do you do for them? So you work for them as well, right?
Yeah, so that's where I started with the work-based learning. I was leaving school my senior year, halfway through the day, to work there, and it started off kind of small, just making some posts. I was writing a couple of blogs, but then whenever they hired me after I graduated, it kind of evolved. I got some more responsibilities, and now Alex is actually part-time design, part-time marketing, and we've kind of become a marketing team, and we're getting more official. We have an actual budget, so
that's cool.
Yeah, we've been working together. Alex and I are besties at work.
What led you to, I mean, you could do anything, right? And so, but you're not, you're doing marketing. What led you to marketing?
I think I just like the mix of more, like, logical, technical thinking with, like, creatives. With marketing, you can really go either way. I tend to usually go with the creative stuff, it's more fun, but, you can really do both in marketing. So I think that's why I originally chose to go that way.
And I think you kind of have to do a little of both, right?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
if you're just super technical all the time, your posts aren't going to get liked and they're not going to generate revenue for your client, right? I mean,
Right.
it's got to be a little of both.
Mhm.
So luckily, it seems like you have both of those things.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah, yeah. So you said I think, so was the work-based learning through Everything Closets? Was that through Dobbins Bennett?
Yeah, it's through Dobbins Bennett, so they partner with local businesses, and Everything Closets decided to become one of those partners, and then when you go in, you can kind of pick from a list of businesses, and I just saw that it was a marketing position, so I picked that one.
That's cool. Yeah. What do you love most about your job?
I like the flexibility. I like that, you know, some days I'm working from home, some days I'm in the office working with other people. I can't be alone all the time. That's not fun at all. I like to film. I think filming is really fun, whether it's a nice setup like this at one of my larger companies or if I'm just filming a funny TikTok with some coworkers at one of my smaller companies. Both, any content creation is fun for me.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's cool. All right. So, what are some of the challenges? Because it sounds like a lot of fun. You're 19,
Yeah.
you're just doing it all right. What are some of the challenges of being a business owner?
It's just scary sometimes, you feel like you have to prove yourself to everybody, especially when you decide to leave school. It's like, "Okay,
Do you
now
get
the
pushback
pressure's
because you're
on."
so young still, you think, a little bit? Or
Yeah, I get a little bit nervous going in to meet people, even outside of, my own business. Sometimes I'm scared to go into the office at my apartment to ask them a question because 'cause I'm scared they're gonna just kinda, like, shove me aside because I'm young, which thankfully that's never happened before, but, you know, when you're young, some people are totally fine with that and they, respect you even more because you're working hard at a young age, but other people sometimes are a little bit doubtful.
yeah, I think it's a lot of perception. Like, I mean, I think the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, you can, if you're coming across with confidence, a lot of people are just going to be like, yeah, this girl knows what she's talking about. And I tell a lot of people, who are kind of like worried about what do I look like or whatever. I'm like, God doesn't make junk, right? I mean, He made you wonderfully and in His image, and
Yeah,
so just walk in that and knowing like He's got a plan for you, and you're just part of the story, right? I mean, you're part of
exactly.
His story and what He's going to do, and so trusting Him will allow a lot of that to come off of you. I
Yeah,
think. I hope.
100%.
Yeah. Who helped you get to where you are right now?
Really everybody. I mean, my support system, my people, my mom, my dad, my sister especially, siblings are the people that you kinda have to run to
You have
when
a
you
big
feel like.
family.
No, just one sister, but, we've gotten closer as we've grown up.
That's
Obviously, as
good.
kids,
Yeah.
we'd fight or whatever, but now she lives in Michigan, and I miss the days of her being here, so
So she was one of the ones who ran away.
yeah, I
She'll be
mean, I
back,
can't
right?
blame her, she'll be back for
Yeah.
sure, so
Especially when the winter's in Michigan.
yeah.
She's going to be back real soon. Okay. Well, tell me about Create with Cove. Where'd that name come from?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. To be honest, I was like, I'm making a marketing company, so I can honestly name it whatever I want. It doesn't really matter that much.
100%. Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna do something fun. I don't wanna make it marketing with Ella or Ella's marketing company, I wanted
Right.
just to come up with something creative and fun. And so I kind of came up with this concept of bringing your business out of its shell, come
Mm.
out of your shell, and I kind of went with like a beachy coastal theme on my
Mm-hmm.
social media and in my my branding package and everything. So that's kind of where that came from.
It's like it's a beach cove.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's also, I think in my Instagram bio it says like your haven in the crazy world of modern media. So
Oh, yeah. That's good. Who are some of your ideal clients?
small businesses are great because, owning a business is a lot of work. I mean, owning a marketing business isn't really the same as owning a business that has a building and customers that are coming in every day. But even running my own marketing business, I've realized I barely have time to post for myself. So, definitely small businesses because it's just one more thing to take off their plate. Small business owners are wearing like 15 hats already. And so, wearing the marketing hat is just one more thing that it's just so hard to handle.
Yeah.
And I also think service-based businesses, I think it's important to really show who you are if you're a service-based business because usually you're coming into people's houses, and people love to see who's going to be coming to their house before they get there. And they like to see that they have nice personalities. So
you help put that out there before.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess people probably do. I don't think about that, but they probably are checking me out before I come to sell their house. Like,
yeah,
hey, what is this guy going to do? How is he going to be? And
yeah. They're probably stalking you
hopefully
on
they're listening to
Instagram.
this podcast.
I hope so.
Before we sell their house. Message brought to you by Colin Johnson Realtor Local. Okay, just kidding. All right. How did you land your very first paying client?
Work-based learning, they have the option to pay you and they have the option to not. And thankfully they chose to pay me. So
You're like, I checked the right box.
yeah, it's like, thank goodness.
Do you want to get paid? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
For sure. Let's check that one off. That's awesome. All right. So how did you go from helping local businesses to working with companies generating tens of millions in annual revenue?
Honestly, personal connections.
Okay.
Almost all of my clients are just referrals from people that I know, just saying like, hey, this girl really helped me. She might help you. Or someone they know has come to them and said, hey, does your marketing girl do this for other people too? And they're like, yeah, she does. Here you go. And they just pass me right along.
There you go. Your marketing girl.
Yeah.
That can be your next company you build. You can have thousands of marketing people and they're just your marketing girl. You
Yeah.
Sell more stuff as part of the Cove. What are some common marketing mistakes you see businesses making currently?
Definitely my biggest marketing ick, you could say right now, is AI. Just AI generated graphics are really killing me right now. Not because it's stealing business away from me or anything like that. It just really, they don't look great. And it's just very obvious, I feel like.
It's getting better, but I'm with you. It is
Yeah.
kind of obvious. I'm a little like skeptical maybe or trepidatious. I don't know what the right word. I don't because I like real video, right? And
Yeah.
if AI gets so good, you can just kind of tell it what you want and it'll create it. And you don't even have to go out in the field and see like the real, because it's just, they're grabbing all the data out there. And, I just shot Carly and Christian, one of my sons, a dog video where the dog like is dragging its little buddy over in its dog bed to the couch where it was, and then it jumps up on the couch, and on the TV there's a diving, like the Olympic diving or whatever, and the lady's getting ready to dive. Well, they show the dog just doing a triple, flip into the and Carly was like, "That's probably AI." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it, but it looked really good,
Yeah.
And
like
so,
a lot of the videos my parents will send me, I reply back and I'm like, this is AI.
yeah,
And they're like, it is? I'm like, yeah.
and they have to.
It's getting really good. It's kind of scary, honestly.
But they have to mark it as like AI image, right? I mean, there has to be
I don't
some
know.
on there.
I really don't know.
I think they should.
I think they should have to, but I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
I guess other mistakes
So the
would
ick
just
is
be
the AI.
yes, that's the marketing ick. Marketing mistake would be thinking you don't need to be on social media, especially with, the younger generation, my generation. We really, at least I don't. Everybody's different, but I'm not normally going to Safari to search for businesses. I'm kind of going to Instagram. And I'm like, or on TikTok, I'm like, best restaurants in Kingsport or Johnson City, or, looking for the best dentist in Johnson City. I'm looking on TikTok. I'm
Right.
trying to see who has the funniest page, honestly.
Right.
But
got a
I'm really
dog doing
not
flips at
just
their
going
dental
straight to Google. Or if I go to Google, then I plug those businesses straight into Instagram and then I look at them there. So I think posting on social media is just so important.
That's interesting because I'm still old school, being more than double your age, and I go to Google all the time, and now I am going to Chat GPT a lot, and
Yeah.
so I'm asking Chat the stuff, and then I'm asking like, how do I become the person on, what do I need to do to kind of get to the rankings on Google and
Google ads are the
Instagram
worst.
and all,
Google AdWords is terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so confusing.
So keep going. Like, what are some of the other mistakes they're making, you think? You got any? this is giving you some plugs on how you can help.
Yeah.
We'll move to the positive side of it in a second.
Definitely being too serious, I think, on social media. I mean, other marketing forms like Google, or if you've got like a billboard, I mean, being serious is perfect. But being too serious on social media, I think can be a mistake. I think you really have to show your personality, because if I'm scrolling on my phone, I can be on a video and I can scroll away from it in less than a second, because my brain is just like, it just automatically knows that I'm not interested. And so I think you just really have to catch people's attention quick.
Agreed. Yeah.
Make a lasting impression.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move to the positive side. What's one thing every small business should be doing right now that many aren't?
I think you just have to follow the trends.
Okay.
I think if business owners are doing their own social media, they should spend a couple minutes every day just honestly scrolling and kind of seeing what everyone else is doing and kind of just hopping on the trends, because I think once it's over, it's over. If something's trending today and I try to make the video next week, it's too late.
So me sitting here going 6, 7. It's
Yeah,
probably
it's
not.
too late. It's too
Dang
late
it.
now.
Mitch, you said I could do it and it'd still be relevant.
No, it's too late.
I was at VBS last night and one of the kids was saying, and I said something about 6, 7 with them, and they're like, "Really?"
Hey, that happened to us at VBS today.
Yeah, like, really? Are you still doing that? And I was like, okay, you did shame me there. You're like, I got shamed by an 8-year-old, which, that's not
It
out of the ordinary,
happens.
right?
Kids can be mean.
They're pretty sharp these days. They're sharp. Okay, what platforms? Let's say you were coming on and being our marketing person. What platforms would you tell me to be on?
I definitely think Instagram is probably, if you're only going to do one, imagine you could only pick one, I would pick Instagram, because I think it has the best mix of different age groups and demographics.
But you wouldn't tell me to be one.
But I wouldn't tell you to just do one. I would tell you to be on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, first of all.
Okay.
And then if you have time, we can work on YouTube Shorts. I really don't do much with Twitter, or X,
Right.
but I'm sure that has also helped. I think it really just depends on the
Mhm.
business. The businesses I work with, X is not really relevant for them, but main 3, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay. I like it. And how often should I post every day?
Once again, it does vary per person, but I think the
I want
sweet
to crush
spot
it, Ella. I
is
want to
like 3 to
dominate.
5 times a week.
Okay, 3 to 5 times a week.
That's
Okay,
the sweet spot.
And I've heard I can't just take one video, Mitch and I talking about the best donut shop in town, and put the same video out there across 3 platforms. I've got to kind of,
Yeah,
don't you want to mess up with
there
it a little
is
bit?
kind of a little bit of an issue. I think it does recognize that it's the same video, so I think you got to switch up the intro a little bit.
The algorithm.
Yep.
We're always working against the algorithm.
Because it changes every day.
They just want to keep us on our toes, I hear.
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay. So what marketing trends are you most excited about right now? Since we're supposed to be following the trends.
I was sitting in my car before this, and I was on Instagram, and Fearless Coffee in Johnson City, they posted a carousel on Instagram that was something about, since AI is taking over our feed right now, I think they were launching a new summer lineup, and they themed it kind of like retro. It was maybe 80s or 90s theme. They said let's go back to a time before this existed, and I really liked that.
Yeah.
I think people really are getting so tired of AI.
Right.
And they really want to kick it back. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And it's only been out, it feels like, for a year-ish.
I know.
So, well, that was my next question was more about AI. What do you think? How do you think AI or business owners should leverage AI? Since there are bad ways to do it, but there are also good ways, right?
Yeah. I definitely think caption writing is definitely one of the more common ways that people use it, and I think it's definitely a good building point. AI can always be a good tool, but I don't think it should be,
your only thing.
I don't think it should be carrying you, but I think you can use it to your advantage if it's writing captions or even planning your content. It can kind of give you, if you tell it your business, it can kind of give you, maybe you should post 2 reels a week and 3 still posts a week, and you should post on your story 25 times a week. I think planning, AI on the planning side is better than AI on the creative side.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, I'm with you. For a local business owner with a limited budget, where do you think they would best spend their marketing dollars first?
This is reminding me of Jeff because he's always worried about our budget, even though our budget is a lot lower than it probably should be. Um, I mean, if they want to spend their marketing budget with me, that'd be awesome. And I
So
will
hire a
say,
local pro.
yes, hire a
Number
local
one.
pro, preferably me.
Yeah.
My prices are probably some of the best they could find, I will
Okay.
say.
Are you taking on new clients, right?
I am.
Awesome. All
I
right.
definitely am always
I love
open
it.
to new clients. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. What's the biggest misconception people have about marketing?
My biggest pet peeve is people thinking marketing is just social media.
Ah,
I get called the social media girl a lot, and that is a good chunk of what I do for most of my clients, but marketing is like so much more than that, and it has something to do with like every department in a
break it
business.
down. Tell us
brings
what
it
all
all
you
together.
tell us what you get into.
I mean, marketing can be Google Ads. I've like self-taught myself how to do Google Ads, which is like insanely confusing. It can be designing graphics for billboards. It can be going out and meeting with people and, pursuing other businesses, just boots on the ground. It can be like anything.
Yeah, mailers. Yeah, you got to get out there.
Yes.
But I think, yeah, I mean, in our business, networking is huge too. But we're getting
Yeah.
a ton of people moving in. So how do we capture those people? And unfortunately, it's hard to knock their doors or whatever, or
hmm
call them out of the blue. But yeah, so we've got to be on many different platforms, many different spaces, and
Well, this podcast was a great idea.
yeah, so it's fun because I want people to know like all about the wonderful people in our area, and then like when they come and move here and they need a marketing gal, or they
Exactly.
go, "Hey, Ella, let's get it going." Um, and so let's see what else I got for you. How important is storytelling in marketing today?
Storytelling is everything. I mean, the worst thing a business owner can hear is, I had no idea this business even existed. That's like so many of my clients have heard that before, and that's just truly like the worst possible thing to hear because this person probably would have used you 3 years ago if they knew you were here, but they just had no idea because you're not present and you're not telling your story. And I mean, there's so much competition for any business really has competition, and it's just kind of like, what makes you stand out? Like, what about you is so different that I should pick you?
Yeah, I think the story is huge. I mean, like it's just all we have is our stories, really.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's what separates us and makes us unique and special, which is super cool. Balancing a business at 19 years old, is that hard? I mean, like, what's life like for you?
it is. I feel like it's nice to have your own business and be able to kind of set your own schedule. And I really do believe that the Lord has given me that so that I can be more involved at my church and with service opportunities and things like that. I think that's truly the reason I've been given this opportunity. But it can be kind of crazy sometimes because when you've got so many different clients, you kind of get jumbled up of who am I doing what for? Who do I need to go to today? I can't really remember.
Do you find yourself working a lot of hours?
I do. I think one thing that I need to work on is kind of working within set hours instead of just working when I can. I don't like to work at 8 p.m., but I do it all the time.
Same. I was texting with somebody last night about stuff on real estate things, and so trying to set up appointments for people and getting answers to different questions, and it's just nonstop and you can
Yeah.
work. And so I think, do you have good boundaries set up around your life to say, all right, I'm hanging out with my
Yeah.
family right now and I'm not going to work?
Yeah, I recently invested in a work phone, and that has helped because if I leave it at the house, then I can't be distracted by it and I can be more present. So that's definitely
That's
helped.
wise. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good tip. Any other tips on how to not be distracted?
I think you just have to try to be more present
Yeah.
and just think like, nope, I'm hanging out with my boyfriend right now, or I'm, hanging with my family. I just need to not answer this work text because it can wait till 8 o'clock tomorrow.
There you go. How long you been dating this guy?
4 years.
4 years? Is this the dude? We need to push him to like pull the trigger.
He would probably die if he heard that. So if he's listening, which he probably is, It's up to him.
It's up to him and the Lord. Like
Yes.
it's got to be the right
Yeah,
the right
exactly.
time. So no pressure.
No pressure.
All right. What lessons have you learned that you wish more young entrepreneurs knew? Anything jump to
Um,
mind?
I definitely I'm not necessarily an advocate for dropping out of school, and I'm not really an advocate for staying in school. I think it's kind of it really varies on the person. I think, there are careers out there that you absolutely have to have a degree for, that it's awesome to stay in school and pursue those careers, and I think it's also there's so many opportunities that don't require degrees that people can run towards as well, and so I think when people are kind of going through that time in late high school where they're kinda like, "I don't know what I wanna do," I think it's nice to hear, college isn't the only option.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are seeing a ton of different ways to operate without having to go to traditional college. I think it is good to um, push you to learn one specific skills for sure by people that have done it at a high level and teaching at a high level for years. But you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
There's lots of different options, and I think that's cool. Um, what motivates you to keep pushing forward? You seem like you're kind of like, all right, I'm going to get after it.
Yeah, definitely my support system is huge, and then also I just try to think kind of like what future I wanna have and, like, how am I even gonna get there, you know? Things are expensive these days, so you gotta work hard for what you're gonna get.
Tell me about your ideal future. What does that look like?
Well, I definitely wanna stay in East Tennessee. I mean, I could be open to moving somewhere else, but it would definitely freak me out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, why would you
Definitely
have to if you love East
yeah. If
Tennessee?
there's no reason to, I definitely wouldn't leave just
Right.
for no reason.
Unless the boyfriend gets a job somewhere else. And,
Right.
yeah.
But I don't know, like, I think I just want more of, like, a simpler life. I'm not really pushing towards anything extravagant. Obviously, a nice house, a nice car would be great, but, I wanna have a family, so that's really what I'm pushing more towards.
Yeah. Being a mom and loving your family well.
Yeah.
I think that's a great goal. Um, and then how do you, maybe somebody else who's listening is a marketing person, how do you continue to learn and grow your skills on the regular so that you're staying relevant and staying current?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to make some mistakes to learn. I've done that plenty of times. Um, YouTube is a great tool. Honestly, that's how I taught myself Google Ads or, even if you have to ask ChatGPT a question sometimes. That's not the main source, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. And then I think there's so many people online that are posting on TikTok or Instagram kind of about how they're growing their business, and there's so many resources out there that are free on, social media that are kind of giving entrepreneurs tips on how to grow their business, how to gain new clients, how to stay relevant.
Yeah, I think it's cool too, like how the information sharing is gotten better, right? I think back in the day, it used to be like, well, we've got this top secret skill we're not
Yeah,
telling anybody about. Now everybody's like, this is what I'm doing, and it's bringing tons of business in, and da 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 da,
exactly.
and you should try it too. And I think that's really kind of helpful.
Yeah, sometimes it helps more to be friends with your competitors.
100%. Like, well, and it comes from abundance or scarcity, right? And so you can go on either side of that coin, but I believe there's abundance out there, and we just got to go after some of it, right? There's plenty of opportunity.
Yeah,
It's the people who worry about like, oh, I've got to. There's only so much, and I got to
yeah.
do whatever I can to get mine. Best piece of business advice that you've ever received.
I think just that everyone's time will come. I think I have to remind myself every couple of hours that I am only 19 and I have so much more time ahead of me because I think sometimes in my head I'm like, I'm 40 and I have a family and
Time
kids
to
and I gotta
retire.
fight
Yeah,
for
time
it.
to
But,
retire.
you know, I have so much more time to keep going and everything's not gonna be perfect at the start. So
Do you have dreams about your marketing business and like what it could grow to?
I would love to be able to hire people at some point. I would like to not be running it by myself. I'd love to
That's called leverage. Yeah.
yeah, I definitely think I would like to hire people to do, like, the bookkeeping sides of things, some of the finances, all that kind of stuff, that crazy stuff that
Right.
business owners don't have time to deal with. But then I would also like to have the capacity to give someone else the opportunity that I had with everything closets to kind of come in as like almost an intern and kind of learn the ropes. I would love to be able to like give back what I got from
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's cool. I love it. What do you love most about the business community here in the Tri-Cities?
There's so many free resources, There's um business at the bank every Tuesday in Kingsport, the bank event space. Do you know what I'm
I
talking
don't
about?
know about
It's
this one.
downtown.
Okay.
It has like a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
But they have like a free, almost like a BNI group every Tuesday.
Okay.
And so, that's even just like one example of all the free opportunities. And I think business owners in Kingsport really do like stick together. Kingsport, Johnson City, Bristol. I think they all just kind of work together to, make our community better and
Yeah. And help
grow.
each other grow. We just want to see each other succeed. And I think it's just a different way of loving on people. Like,
Right.
I think I tell everybody the people here, what it makes our area so special is because we love each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's because there's a huge group of believers and we're called to love each other, and so we want to show people who Jesus is by the way we treat them and take care of them. And that's not just personally, it's in their business world too. It's like, yeah, I want
Definitely.
to help Ella do great. I'm going to put her on the podcast and see what we can do to encourage her business to grow, and
Yeah.
it brings me joy to do that, and you flourish, and then it's just kind of this circular, beautiful thing that the Lord created. So it's cool. Why do you think so many entrepreneurs are finding opportunities in our area?
I mean, the Tri-Cities is just growing like crazy. It's insane. People are moving here. I think people see on social media like, oh, look at what Nashville has, or look at what Knoxville has. We should have one of those too.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to have my own business. Why don't I do something like that?
Yeah.
I think social media kind of helps us see what else is out there, and we're not just so secluded into what we have.
Right. I think it's definitely compacted, something like not the spaces, because you can see what's happening in LA and New York and Atlanta and like all over the place in seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like one example I'm seeing recently is indoor golf simulator facilities.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have any. They've had them around for a long time, but in our market we haven't had any. And so now I'm seeing like 3 or 4 pop up, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like just overnight. And I'm thinking that's because they saw it, and they're like, oh, we need to explore this. I actually wanted to do one. I just didn't get around to it. How has being local helped your business grow, you think?
I think small business owners would rather use somebody from their own city or town or whatever, from, someone that went to the same high school that they went to. I think that just already builds a connection before you even meet.
Mhm.
Just to know that you grew up in the same area, you're cut from the same cloth, I think people would rather use somebody like that than somebody that lives in LA and is working remotely.
Agreed. Yeah, I think it's local knowledge, right?
Right.
And yeah, people just kind of want to lean into that, I think, a
Yeah.
little bit.
You kind of have to know the area to know what the people want to see
And
with the marketing.
to be able to market it, right? What would you say to someone considering moving their business to Northeast Tennessee?
Bring it on. We need more. Well, you don't want it to get overcrowded, but we just need more things sometimes,
Yeah, I think as long as you're, I tell people, as long as you're sweet and loving and kind,
Yeah.
come on.
As long as
If
you're
you're a
willing to
jerk-
learn the Southern hospitality,
Yeah.
then that's fine.
If you're a jerk, just don't come here. Like
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
take your jerkness elsewhere, or be healed from your jerkness. That would be the best thing, because being a jerk's no fun.
If anybody wants to bring fun activities to do on a Friday night, that's awesome too.
Yeah,
That's one thing I struggle with sometimes, is what am I going to do with my free time,
yeah. Friday night at our house is pizza and movie night. We always
Ooh,
watch a pizza,
that's awesome.
or watch a pizza. We watch a movie and eat pizza. It's so good. Any exciting projects you got going on right now you want to share about?
Well, my exciting thing for this month was coming on the podcast.
I mean,
so
come on. Does it get more exciting, really?
it really doesn't.
So it's pretty much all downhill the rest of the year for you.
I guess so.
Well, we could have you back next year if you want to have something to look forward to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I think, I'm about to be out of town for a couple weeks, so I've got some things planned for when I come back to really hit the ground running and try to secure more clients.
Okay. I love it. I love it. In that vein, how can local businesses connect with you best?
Instagram is great. If you look at me on Instagram, it's Create with Cove, or my email, Marketing by Cove. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess.
Do you have your work number? Your work cell phone number? You want to put that
I
out there?
honestly don't know if I have my work phone number memorized. I'm not even gonna lie.
And it's in the car, so we don't know what it is. Okay. I love it. I love it. Are you ready for the speed round?
I guess so.
Mitch, hit the music for the speed round. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I like it. Eye of the Tiger. Yes, that'd be good. We do need some speed round music. Let's work on that.
Yeah, you need a jingle.
Ooh, well, that's the story. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Coffee or sweet tea?
Ooh.
I know, right?
This is going to be a long explanation for a speed round, but recently I found out that I have a sugar intolerance and it's really hindered my sweet tea time. I really don't get to have sweet tea anymore. I would have said sweet tea, but I really can't do
Ella, nobody likes a
sugar-free
quitter.
I
Just
know.
overcome it by
I know.
drinking
I'm
gallons and
gonna have
gallons
to
of sweet
figure
tea
it out.
every day. Like,
I'm going to have to figure it out if I want to live in the South.
I think you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So I guess
That's tough.
a sugar-free
intolerance.
coffee.
Yeah.
A sugar-free iced coffee.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or sugar or unsweetened tea. You could be one of those people.
I can't. I'd
I'm
rather
the
just not
same.
even have it.
Right. I just drink water with lemon as opposed to like.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
But I will say an unsweet tea from Pal's, if you put enough sweet and low in it, it really is okay.
You might grow a fourth,
Yeah.
ear or something weird.
Who knows?
I don't know. Fourth ear. All right. Downtown Kingsport or downtown Johnson City? I know these are like tough questions.
I do. Kingsport is my hometown, but downtown Kingsport, sometimes there's not a lot going on. There is usually always more going on in downtown Johnson City. So, which downtown Kingsport has grown a lot recently, but downtown Johnson City is probably a little bit more lively.
Okay. What about Bristol? We'll throw that in there. Downtown Bristol.
I don't think I've explored downtown Bristol enough.
State Street. It's pretty awesome. You can have 1 foot in Virginia and 1 in Tennessee.
Yes, that's right.
That's nuts. I don't even know what it's just crazy.
I don't know how the state lines really, how do they keep track of that?
Well,
They're just invisible.
When you're flying around in an airplane, you can look out and see them. There are these big red dots all around. Instagram or Reels or TikTok?
TikTok.
What about Threads?
No.
Substack?
They're fun. They're not bad, but I don't really. I'm not on Threads.
Favorite local restaurant?
Recently, a coworker put me on to Clucky's in Johnson City.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
I haven't.
Really, I've only had it once, but I would literally call that my favorite local Johnson City restaurant. It's really good. It's awesome. I recommend.
Well, I think that's the same guy who owns Project Barbecue. Thanks, Mitch, for being the man with the plan. All right, which is a wonderful spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Local favorite restaurant. Did I just ask you that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm getting texts.
I can plug another one if you want.
Yeah, do it. What do we got? What else you got? How about in Kingsport, local favorite restaurant?
Local favorite, it's not even a restaurant, but a farm stand in Kingsport.
Oh.
It's actually my boyfriend's stepmom's farm stand.
Okay.
It's all sourdough, which I also have a gluten intolerance, and sourdough is a lot easier on the stomach than
my
regular
wife Carly
bread. So
does
she's got
sourdough.
Different flavored sourdough breads. She does scones, cinnamon rolls, homemade oatmeal cream pies, which are really good too. That's definitely I frequent the farm stand.
That sounds awesome.
It's great.
Yeah. One hidden gem in the Tri-Cities everyone should visit.
Ooh. Hold on, that's kind of a hard question. I didn't know if I was ready for that.
Well, just think about it. A hidden gem, something.
If we're talking, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be a restaurant. It can be anything. I really like the antique stores around Kingsport. River Mountain Antiques is a good one. That's in Kingsport. The Antique Village Market over here.
Yeah, in kind of near
It's
Kroger.
next to Kroger, yeah.
Yeah,
I just love
near
all
the
of our
Red
antique
Pig.
stores.
They're super cool. And then
Yeah, there's
the,
just awesome stuff in there.
yeah, the Village Market downtown's really neat. Okay. Sunrise or sunset?
Both, but sunset, I'm probably more likely to be awake.
Okay. Favorite place to take visitors?
Pals.
Oh,
100%. You have to
Pals. I
take
like
if
it.
they've never been to Tennessee, you have to take someone to
Take
Pals.
them to, yeah. Have you been to do you take them to the OG Pals where you got to walk in?
Yes, because that's the Pals closest to my house, like where my mom lives. So
Gotcha.
that's the Pals we go to normally.
I was downtown the other day, went to the OG, got my tea.
You got to go to the OG.
It's so good. Best advice for a young entrepreneur in one sentence.
Don't let people doubt you because you're young. Be confident. I know that's more than one sentence, I guess, but
Be confident.
yeah, you have to, kind of get out of the mindset of, oh, I'm only 18 or I'm only 23, whatever it is. I think you just have to be confident in
Believe
yourself.
in yourself. How would you encourage somebody to believe in themselves more?
I think you have to reflect on what you've accomplished so far and just kind of, you know what, this is awesome. I'm only 17 and I've done this, this, and this. I think you kind of have to reflect on what you've done.
How big a role does a mentor play in your life and your growth, you think?
I think it's huge, especially as a business owner, just because, there's a lot of doubt that comes along and you have to have someone there that's like, why are you even thinking like this? You really have no reason to think like this. You're doing great.
Right. I think we can naturally, for some reason, be hard on ourselves. And I don't know why we don't choose to think the best. I mean, I try and choose to think the best of everyone except myself sometimes.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
so true.
oh man, well, I'm thinking of all the stuff I could do better.
Yeah.
And, instead of looking at all the stuff we've done or accomplished. And so I think it's a tough one for sure.
Yeah.
What didn't I ask you that you wanted to share about on the podcast before we sign off and it's all downhill for you?
I don't know. I've had a great time though.
Oh, good. I'm glad you came on. It was a pleasure meeting you. And I'm excited to hear about how your business goes and get you back on here in a year. I think we should have you back in a year and you can say, this is what's going on. These are the metrics that I hit over the past year. I grew my business from making, I don't know how much you make now, from say $50,000 a year to $5 million a year.
Let's hope that's what I'm saying.
Let's
next
do
year.
it. That's right. And then you can buy that house with us.
Exactly.
We can get to help you buy the house. And yeah, you can just continue to just flourish and grow and do wonderful things. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks
Pleasure
for having
meeting
me.
you. And if you guys are looking to get your business kick-started, moving, motivated, get more business, more clients calling, the phone's ringing, more orders taken, more product out the door, you need to connect with Ella. She seems like she's just a go-getter, super sweet young lady. Her contact info is going to be in the show notes. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all over the place. Because she's marketing herself all over the place. And so if you're not all over the place, call her. Thanks so much for listening. Till next time. Colin Johnson with the Colin and Carly Group, and this is the Johnson City Living Podcast, where we learn about all the awesome people in Johnson City and all over the Tri-Cities, really. So thanks again. Have a great day.